Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fata Morga. Playing northern side as the Blood Angels, we've got MrBlueDude. Playing southern side as the Imperial Guard, we've got Vrax. And I'm once again joined by the lovely Laughing Max. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. Looking forward to this awesome match of Imperial Guard versus Blood Angels. Just a quick reminder before we forget it. It is wings for MrBlueDude. I just catched it. So... know that for now.
There we go. We like some wings, whether they are chicken or they are blood angels, they're both fine. We're seeing a wonderful placement of the infantry command and the plasma generator for Vrax here. So looking to maybe being a little bit, I don't know, maybe he's going to use the field command to defend his natural strategic points, use this infantry command to defend everything else, and yeah, I'm probably expecting some aggression from the blood angels here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I never seen this infantry command on that side. You normally put it on the left side in between the 2 points over there. But I can see the merit in placing it here. It's like you cannot harass this outer point easily. It also gives us some building radius for whatever that is worth. On the other side, we have Assault Marine opener. If you go wings, you want some Assault Marines, I guess. Not that you get any bonuses in T1 from that, but still... some jumpy troops for MrBlueDude. And yeah, the more or less standard. No, we're not this standard. We have 3 squads. We have 2 guardsmen and 1 conscript. So he wants to have map control and wants to be aggressive with the first squad of guardsmen. That's going to be interesting.
I see. You don't normally see that when you expect Blood Angels going for the wings. You expect them to be on the offensive. But Vrax said, you know what? No, you could take your aggression and shove it out your backside. I'm going to be the one that's being aggressive here. Has it gone for a tactical control? So going to see no grenade launchers or anything like that, which is, I assume, what you want to see with an aggressive Imperial Guard opening. But then again, less tactical control, more money for taking up your resources. So as you're being aggressive and beating people up, you can then start taking up back at home. Assault Squad has came back. They're now playing on the defensive, which is not where they want to be. And they're falling to the rage. So now they're just going to chase after these guys willy-nilly.
Yeah, the tactical control, you do not have really money for that if you go to 3 lads opening. But yeah, you're totally right. The Assault Marines now have to come back and defend, which is not their strong suit. And he has all the time in the world, capping all his points, even going for the critical location on the side. So this should be a very nice economy game. Almost losing the Guardsman squad, however, so that was very close. Now the Psycho is added also to the command squad, so they should be able to fend off and hopefully are able to... Oh yeah, the relic cannot be kept here. So the infantry command, while it looks nice over there, it would be even nicer a little more to the right. But okay, now a lot of guardsmen jumping into it so that the assault marines need to jump out. No, they jump in. Jesus.
Oh, well there we go. That's what I'd say. You know, it's like we could go home if we want to, but no, we're gonna continue pushing in, which is a bit risky considering that 2 of those models have basically like very low health. So one of them did fall over. I do like that the combat, the assault scout squads all do come out with a couple of grenade launchers, combat shotguns for themselves, 2 in that squad. So they were able to knock people over, but then again, I mean, Imperial Guardsmen, they're not exactly going to be charging into close combat. It's mainly going to be focused on that command squad there. But they are now just 1 model left in that assault squad, and it's looking good for them, looking good for them all.
Yeah, he did use the soul strip already. If not, he could use it to kill this assault squad here. But yeah, very costly getting your assault squad that low. So he now needs to run away. He has all his points. Is he taking up? He is. How is it for Vrax looking? Not taking up yet. Oh, as I speak, so we have a very nicely timed tier 2 in about 5 minutes or so. It will be finished. Oh, the assault squad, will it go down? Oh, it will go down. Jesus.
That is very unfortunate. So realistically, what they've got 1 assault scout squad that's trying to maneuver around, but with only 1 model in there. And yeah, their army consists of 2 dudes. MrBlueDude is now Mr. 2 Dude, as if you pardon the pun there. So he's going to defend with quite a lot. And current economies are 80 and 20 compared to 80 and 20. So even Stevens all around. And there's no defensive structures at the moment apart from the listing post on the outside. So they're basically at the Imperial Guard's whim until they can mass up some more lads. And
yeah,
well, they don't have a lot of money for it.
Yeah, he upgraded the outer listening post, thinking that the Imperial Guard will stick around over there, but no, they're just going for the juicy generators where we do not have a listening post. The listening post will be upgraded, but I would think if Rex will focus the other generator, he will get 2. note that the listening posts for Blood Angels have autoguns, so they are pretty good at defending stuff. The assaults were already getting low again. He needs to get the veterans out in tier 2. I think he wants to get assault veterans. For that you need to have at least one dude, as he said, of assault marines around. So let's see if he can keep them alive. Guardsmen dying, losing morale. Assault squad standing strong, and Imperial guard command squad shooting from afar. Still a lot of models lost, but the whole squad is wiped now, guardsman wise. But he has guys in the critical location, so all around he has probably the better standing. And now the assault veterans hitting the field.
That's it. I mean, that's a lot of dead guardsmen, and I think maybe potentially Vrax has overstayed his welcome here. As strong as that command squad is, I mean, they're not going to survive very long when they're being surrounded, although they are going to focus on the Commissar first and foremost, and that assault cannon on the listing post is doing a number on that Commissar. Scouts will follow that Commissar as both the assault veterans and the regular the regular assault marines, are going to chase them around. And I don't know how accurate they are on the move, these assault marines, but they're not exactly going to be doing much damage, especially when those conscripts start coming in. I mean, conscripts wonderful for just absorbing loads of incoming damage, and now here we have the plasma guns incoming for the guardsmen, so that's going to do a lot of damage to the assault marines. Going to see some more people being teleported in, and it's just a case of just keeping everyone on their toes at the moment. So long as they've got one assault squad for each individual guardsman, they won't be able to be making that much use of their superior firepower. But just can they get involved in close combat long enough to be able to do some damage?
Yeah, that's a good question. They look to deal a lot of damage to this one squad. Not sure whether the conscripts went, but I was looking away for 1 second, and they may be dead already. There's another guardsman squad added, and Rex is adding the Hellhound depot, which I find interesting because it can break morale easily, the flamey weapons. And the Red Thirst will kick in for the Blood Angels once their morale is broken. If you have a sergeant, you can rally them back up to control once, but when this is on cooldown, you are basically screwed, and your guys will fight until they die. Also now Primaris Assault Intercessors, whatever this is pronounced, are added, so we have all the jumpy squads now. Where will they hit the field is the question. They can be deep striked as well. Probably at these juicy generators in the base, and yes, there they come.
Yeah, I do quite like what MrBlueDude is doing. Okay, fair enough. He could probably, if he really wants to, try and see if he can snag a Imperial Guardsman squad or two, but may as well use your superior maneuverability to see if you can grab any of their more important structures. And that mechanized command with those metal bombs coming in, that's an ideal target for him. We'll be able to take it out before any Hellhounds come in. So that Hellhound in research will have to be researched again. Although the Imperial Guard really using their buildings to full effect, being able to move around as quickly as the assault squads can. And you've got to bear in mind as well that the critical location countdown is online at the moment, so need to make sure that you've got squads enough to be able to sort them out. And the assault marines are dying thick and fast. Just because Space Marines does not mean that they're very tanky, and assault squads of all factions really tend to die pretty quickly to ranged fire, so losing a lot of material there.
Yeah, he was fighting an extended amount of time against in the infantry command, which had 3 guys loaded in, and then it had like blast guns, heavy bolters, and plasma guns and everything. So they were losing a lot of models. We see the bodies in the ground for it, and then we have also the listing post at the critical at the relic, which was defending the plasma generator, which is a little oddly placed, but it's in the thick of the game. And now the assault squads have been brought back. The mechanized command will need to be rebuilt, but he does not go for mechanized command, he goes for air command, and I pretty much like it because there's no real vehicle threats, however, now, and the Valkyrie assault carriers are very good at killing infantry of all sorts. And we also see now for MrBlueDude, he adds the Reclusium and not the machine production facility, so he either adds for a fast tier 3 or for some hero units, which all are more or less countered by the aircraft. So this is going to be a big upside for Rex here, I think.
I was going to say, yeah, we've seen it many times in some of our Cocast before, especially in those Emperor's Children games where they get the warp talons out and we're just screaming at the computer, please someone get aircraft, because aircraft is the best counter for melee squads, because melee squads cannot punch the air. And, well, yeah, Vrax is doing it, and that's quite a good counter for the assault marines. I mean, the assault marines, are these the ones? no, they cannot get melter guns. I know that, say for example, Chaos Raptors or Core Knight Raptors are able to get melter guns, but these guys are not able to. They are pure, true and blue close combat units. So yeah, those aircrafts are going to be a really big pain for them. Well, they are managing to kill a few Imperial Guardsmen now, and I suppose it depends on how quickly they're able to get the aircraft online. It was the first assault carrier coming in, and that's going to be a real problem for the assault marines here.
Yeah, the assault marines need to back away as they see the aircraft, because you cannot throw melter goblins in the air. That's also a big downside. That's the only anti-vehicle he has, and he used it to kill the mechanized command, but he goes for a fast tier 3. He never built anything from the hero production building. He gets now heavy weapons and also replaces the assault marines and is tier 3 very shortly, where he can then add some predators and probably some more jumpy dudes, I guess. Yeah, like the black... Is it the black company? I think it's the black company, or what it's called. Yeah, these black guys that are completely insane. With those guys you will lose control as soon as they hit melee combat, because they are like, I want to shred things.
Yeah, I do believe there's a black company, and they are remarkably good. But no, MrBlueDude said, you know what, yeah, Primal Assault Intercessors, we're going to get one of these squads. Are they jumpy as well? They are indeed jumpy. So they are able to get their melter guns. And yeah, oh no, he's going to go for an orbital. It's a bit perplexing, this. I mean, triple Valkyrie assault carriers, you would expect just a bunch of predators coming out. The predators for the Blood Angels is quite possibly, of all the Space Marine factions, probably one of the better of the predators out there. But no, he's just going to commit to it. But just one squad of units with melter guns. I mean, maybe even just some regular Space Marines to come out might just help him just keep his base over here. But no, Machine Helots, Machine Helots, completely different word there, are coming out, and a Primal Suppressor squad coming out. So will this be enough to turn back? I'm not sure. I mean, even if it is enough to defeat all the Valkyries, it'll take a lot of time to do that, and then you've got the regular Imperial Guardsmen with their plasma guns to consider. So we have perilous times for the Blood Angels here.
Yeah, he's a little locked down in the build he wanted to do in the beginning with all the jump dudes, because it's fun. But if you see Valkyrie assault carries, yeah, even just some regular land speeder Tempest with some crack grenades are pretty much a hard counter to assault carries, because they cannot deal any damage to anything that is not infantry. And he is investing in more and more and more infantry, and there are 3 Valkyrie assault carriers that can just kill everything. And even these primary suppressor squads do have sniper rifles, if I remember correctly. So sniper rifles is also normally not the best thing at shooting aircraft here. So little locking down on the build and not adjusting to what he is facing. So this, I think, will be the downside for MrBlueDude, because there is tier 3 already finished for Vrax. So there could be some Kazakhans and what they called again, these other aircraft, or even some, I don't know, Oprints. You name it. So he could add to his roster, which all would benefit him over here. Not sure why he needs to stay in the vicinity with his old carry. Beautiful Fraving one here as well, dealing a lot of damage to this infantry blob. Yeah, not a lot of guys getting up again.
Yeah, that was a beautifully placed Valkyrie assault. But then again, in saying that, the Imperial Guardsmen, there's less and less boys on the pitch for them. And these Primal Suppressors, they do a fair bit of damage against the Valkyrie assault carriers. Not exactly enough to bring them down quite quickly, but if they're able to keep online for a little bit, they can certainly take one down in maybe like 10, 20 shots or so. And yeah, we can have as many aircraft as you want on the air, but I mean, the infantry at the bottom, especially this command squad, almost losing both his friends there. And they're just now going to stand around and see if they can kill some stuff. There's no longer any assault veteran, the eradicated people with the melter guns, but that's okay. They've got sniper rifles, and well, I suppose if you shoot the guy flying, that is something. But quite an odd engagement, but it seemed to work out for them. They sent 2 assault marines in there initially, just to absorb the initial kind of fire, and then they sent the rest of them in. It's kind of working for them. We are seeing a heavy bolter turret being placed in advance for these guys, so they know they're in a bit of trouble here. And
yeah, I was mistaken by the primary suppressors. They do not have snipers, they have autocannons, and the Sergeant even had a last cannon, so they are in fact a counter to the Valkyries of sorts. But yeah, the Valkyries in itself counter aircraft as well. There's now, yeah, as you said, a heavy bolter turret. There's also a heavy bolter turret at the side. Not sure where we head in. We are now getting some Vulture gunships, so we're doubling down on the aircraft. I wouldn't mind it at all, but yeah, a lot of infantry. That there's a consequence, very nice. Getting a priest attached, I suppose. Yeah, this is your tier 3 hitting squad now coming online. More and more priests I would like. Yeah, there's another priest standing around. If you add another priest, you can send in on a lonely mission. Even getting now Basilisk Depot, which... Ooh. Yeah, it in some maps it can be good, like to park the Basilisk in between the heavy bolter turret and the listening post over here. Even getting the LP3, so this is some overkill, I think. But yeah, parking it in this vicinity, and you have targeted the enemies like, yeah, I jump into this Basilisk and then we'll get killed. Now we see some priest ability usage, so nobody's dying here. Vultures now coming in. It's even one or two Valkyrie heavy assault carriers over here. Would love me a tech priest. Yeah, as I say, there it comes. The tech priest engine here to repair these aircrafts. Very nice. We now have a Furioso Dreadnought. Not sure why he would go a melee Dreadnought against this, but MrBlueDude yeah, has amazed me with these primary suppressors again before. So let's see what magic he has planned with this chunky lead.
He's almost managed to snipe out another Valkyrie assault carrier. And yeah, interesting choice of the Basilisk. I mean, it'll work. So I suppose it depends on how much MrBlueDude is paying attention to the incoming damage. If he notices the big booms coming in from a distance, I think, yes, Basilisks are on the map, so best try and find them. And I mean, he's got the perfect unit composition to be able to find them and take them out. But if he's not paying attention, those Basilisks will pay dividends. Furious Dreadnought has just dropped, and at the moment they don't really have much in the way of anti-vehicle at the moment. Yeah, okay, they've got their Vulture gunships, but they suppressors are on the move for sniping things out. Oh, they're going for a Medusa, so shorter range one. Does a bigger boom, but then that means that, yeah, the Assault Marines will be able to see them. One Melter Bomb being thrown at him, almost instantly wiping him out. Kaskin's holding the ground, and it seems like the Assault Veterans just kind of standing around there for a brief moment. Furious and Dreadnought has been left behind, so a little bit of a 4 micro going on there. A couple of Assault Marines also dying in mid-air as well, so they've also got the Ogrins on the way, and I do think Ogrins are the way forward. Go for your elite kind of troops, get a couple of priests in there to keep them alive for the initial push. Commando's been left behind as well, so everything is going on everywhere. Everyone's been forgotten on either sides, and at the moment, we are now seeing a Machine Bastion, which I think the Machine Bastion should have been the way that MrBlueDude went a long time ago. If he's able to get those Predators out, and maybe even, I don't know, just any kind of thing on the go. Maybe a Whirlwind or two as well, just something substantial that can stand the ground while the Assault Marines manoeuvre around and punch things. I think that would be the kind of fire support that they need at the moment.
Yeah, it was a little unlucky with the Medusa. There was one squad moving in, trying to throw the Melter Bomb to kill it, but it was not able to because it was thrown over and everything. So it survives in the end. Ogrins now going into melee, so they will do a good job. I would really like me to add some weapons to this heavy bolter turret that could deal more damage and have some more range, like autocannon or something. We have now a Hellhound finally, and if we dare to look at the economy, we have 109 and 40 for MrBlueDude and 185 and 79 for Vrax. So economy game-wise, Vrax is well ahead, and I think this will be like the thing to go. You can kill so many units as you want. There will be more and more and more. So like the Guardsman way of things. So and yeah, we have now Vulture gunships, 2 more Valkyrie assault carriers. No more Vultures being added, just these assault carriers, which I find interesting. The Medusa, as you said, was not the best choice overall because it could have been killed easily. It was a little unlucky. A Basilisk way back would have been better. But I think in the end, depending on what magic this Predator will be able to do, this looks like Vrax will take it home after this fight, depending on how it goes. A big hit on their own guys with the Medusa. Let's see if the second hit will be better.
That's a bit of friendly fire from the guard. That's how you do things. But yeah, I mean, it's a guardsman way of winning. I suppose it's actually just a general strategy of winning. It's like, right, okay, well, I'm going to send shite to you. I'm going to start punching you up, and then on the back lines, I'm going to start upgrading my economy, and eventually I'm just going to outspend you. At the moment, the Blood Angels, they've only really got 1 listing post that's been upgraded at the moment, so they are very much struggling. They've lost a lot of their fighting men at the moment. Only 1 Predator on the field at the moment, attempting, I assume, to go for the second one. Yet they are going to go for a second one, but much like earlier on when the Submarines were able to kill all the infantry is the kind of the thing that's keeping you steady on the battlefield at the moment, and the vehicles just kind of there supporting in this matchup. But Predator and vehicles alone without those assault marines aren't exactly going to be holding much ground on their own, so it doesn't look good for the Blood Angels at the moment.
Yeah, it was like a 1-2 punch, the first punch against the enemy economy, where he killed a lot of the listening posts, which got rebuilt, but the economy damage was enough that he could not rebuild to the previous heights. And now with even more stuff, the second punch coming in, and it doesn't look like he's getting up from this. This looks like a KO move coming in. 2 Predators alive now. They will be able to kill these Okrins, I guess, but yeah, there's more to come. There's even the second HQ building produced for Vrax. Probably tier 4 is on the way. Yeah, it's 80% done. So even if you kill all this thing you see here, there could be a Bane Blade afterwards. So yeah, good luck with that.
Well, you know what? I believe in the power of just sticking around and seeing what happens. And oh dear, no, one Predator goes down. If both Predators were full health, might have been able to hold this back. And actually, they still might be able to. Mind you, the heavy weapons teams on the back lines, or should I say the middle lines, I guess, are going for a las cannon, which will be used against Predator because it'll die probably before it's upgraded. Will certainly help cutting through the armour of the Outpost, Secundus, and the Sanguine Army, and all that other stuff. Although, Suppress Squad, they're certainly getting their licks in, certainly doing a lot of damage. The reposition down over on the southern side. Not sure exactly what that repositioning is going to do for their benefits. Furiosa Dreadnought on the back line is going to be punching the heavy weapons teams right on the backside. And Medusa actually moving in. Yeah, they don't really want to be there, do they? They attempt to run away, but no, they've been pimp slaps into oblivion. And that is a sad time for the Blood Angels.
Yeah, as you said, I really like it also when people standing around it. Gives you some moments to see the final hurrah. He gives very, as I said, the last chance possible, and yeah, it makes for good footage. So I like that. Yeah, pretty nice game overall, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. It was a wonderful idea from MrBlueDude, and I like how he committed. You know, I mean, realistically, halfway through the game, you'd probably think to yourself, these jump troops are probably not the most effective thing, but I'm the Blood Angels, and I will remain melee until my dying breath. So you got to appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to sound us off, Mr. Max? You've got you do some Dawn of War stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do a lot of Dawn of War Unification stuff as well, like casts, and once the new campaign update hits, I will also do a let's play, do guides and stuff. And most importantly, I announced a show match I will host this Sunday. I guess you release it this week, so it will be this Sunday on the official Unification Discord, where we have GapPR fighting it out against Number. So this will be interesting. There will be prize pool and everything. So hope to see you around on next Sunday.
All right, so be sure to look into the description for links to Mr. Laughing Max's channel. So thank you so much, boys and girls, for joining us today, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.
Bye bye.